Hey there, everybody. I'm Gen X Man. Welcome to another Super Saturday, the show where we discuss all things super and awesome, and some other things too. Boy, have I got a doozy for y'all today. Went and saw the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers. Spoilers. In fact, just assume spoilers ahead throughout the video. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it, and I'll explain why. But man, that was not the movie I was expecting. Firstly, I'm gonna be honest. Let's look back to 2024 for the MCU. We had one live action film, Deadpool and Wolverine, which was so good, even the misses enjoyed it. We had a pair of TV shows with Echo and Agatha all along, neither of which I found particularly enjoyable or was even able to finish. Ugh. And a pair of animated series with X-Men 97, which was absolutely the gold standard of superhero cartoons these days. Just fantastic. And another season of What If, which again I did not enjoy. I couldn't finish it. So 2024 was quite the mixed bag. Now enter 2025, and we've got our first release, our first full length film, The Thunderbolts. Seriously, I was not expecting much. I went in thinking, okay, at best, this thing's going to be a 3 star, turn your brain off, enjoy the CGI army and Skybeam. Well, there was no CGI army, nor was there a Skybeam. Instead, writers Eric Pearson and Joanna Kalo and director Jake Schreier hand us a stunningly, very surprisingly enjoyable film. And speaking generally, if I had to describe it overall, I would absolutely liken it to, say, Guardians Volume One or Suicide Squad. It had some James Gunn soul to it, but it was definitely a different creative crew. It had a different flavor, a more MCU flavor, but calling back to the flavor we had years ago with the first Avengers movie or the first Iron Man, Age of Ultron, etc. But now we're going to get into spoiler territory, so turn away if you don't want it spoiled. But right off the bat, we're introduced to an actual character. Yelena is not her sister, Black Widow. She's different and introduced deftly. Also, we're introduced to her inner conflict as a person, which I'm very, very happy to say is what drives the entire movie. Personal conflict, not CGI armies and skybeams. Though those things have their place too. Just saying, this ramps right into being a character driven story and doesn't let up the gas the entire way through. I was tickled. We meet Elena's father, the Red Guardian, washed up super soldier looking for purpose he's lost, which mirrors in some way Elena's search for any purpose at all. We meet the rest of the team as they try to kill each other. We meet U.S. Agent and a Ghost and Taskmaster, I believe it was. Oh, and also Bob. Bob is kind of pivotal to the entire plot. While it's obvious with his introduction, it's not obvious why or how, and I like that. I like a little tease in my drama. Now, right off the bat, this movie has me smiling and laughing at the hijinks and shenanigans, and I have a rule of thumb with YouTube videos, if it makes me smile and laugh, it should get a like. So already I'm forced to give this movie a like in my mind, and we're not even 20 minutes in. I can't easily I can't easily recount how many shows and movies I've just stopped watching these days, these past couple years in that time span because they just weren't enjoyable. And here this thing has me sucked in within that window, and that's a good sign. But I expected to be let down. I anticipated disappointment. I knew he was going to fall on his face at some point. But we shift into an escape from danger pace as our intrepid band, which insists they're not a band, is set upon first by the military, then by their rescuer Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. And let me tell you, folks, this is the first time I've seen some real solid, enjoyable character from Bucky since Civil War. When Falcon asked him to move his seat up, and he's just like, no. This writing is right up that alley, and I was loving it. But I'm still waiting for the movie to hold its pace or flub the flow somehow or just something that'll take me out of it. I'm looking for the failure. I'm just like, he can't maintain this entertainment and this interest all the way through. There's no way. But now everybody's teamed up reluctantly, and they're going to go rescue Bob. Now, a word on Bob. Bob has issues. Bob has demons, and these are made worse by the experimentation ran on him, as we're told through dialogue that not once does it bog down any scene and feel like exposition. It's all organic. and I was deeply surprised and pleased. But Bob's inner demons are getting the better of him as the real villain in the story tries her hardest to end up at the top of the pile. And sadly, she has no presence of mind, what she was trying to manipulate, and it all goes sideways. Which leads us to the dramatic showdown. We go inside Bob's mind and see his demon, see his struggle. Lots of times, many times, this can turn into just pure Velveeta cheese, and we drown in a tidal wave of cringe. Not so in Thunderbolts. We're shown just enough to figure it out. The writer realizes we're thinking adults and can figure it out, and the plot keeps moving. In helping Bob with his demons, the Thunderbolts inadvertently help themselves with their own. They finally embrace the heroic path, and it feels so earned, so deserved, and so rewarding because it wasn't forced, it wasn't flubbed over or ham fisted. The characters, one and all, are handled with the respect they deserve, and it delivers a story worth watching. But that's the plot in a nutshell. I won't spoil any further details because I want y'all to go watch this. Like I said in the tagline, this wasn't the movie I was expecting. I was expecting at best 3-star schlock, turn my brain off for an afternoon. And I ended up with, at minimum, 4-star entertainment that I will absolutely be buying a DVD copy of because I want it in my collection and I will be watching it again and again over the years. And I will encourage all others to go watch it. It's quite the surprising little gem in what's been, a couple years of hit or miss for the MCU outside of, the ones I mentioned, obviously. But man, I'm hoping Fantastic Four is as good as this. I am hoping. They had an ad for it at the beginning and it got me thinking about that. And I was just like, man, I can't wait for that. I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's good. So, but anyway, that's all I've got for today. I just wanted to drop in, let you all know. I went and watched it. These are my thoughts. You should absolutely go watch it. But it's Super Saturday. Go out and watch a movie. Turn on some cartoons. Blast those retro mixtapes. Drink some water. Get some exercise and take care of each other. Before I go, thank you to everyone who stopped by and given me a moment of your time. Thank you for all the likes and welcome to all the new members of the channel. I'm only a couple months into doing this YouTube thing, and it has been so fun putting these videos together for y'all, learning this craft and providing entertainment. Just having a great old time, and I hope you all are too. And remember, tomorrow is Solo Play Sunday. We will be continuing the adventures of our droid crew, and this episode will be pretty important, concluding the intro storyline and launching into the overarching plot for the campaign. So you don't want to miss it. Hope to see you all there. As always, have a good one.